I actually went into the mission field like halfway through the transfer. Don't know how that worked out, but it did. And so I was the only one going to New Jersey from the NTC. So I was, just a plane ride there. And I was hoping to talk to the person next to me, but she just fell asleep the whole time. So that's okay. And I got there. I didn't know what to expect. I was all by myself. Had my luggage. I got it. And I came out. And after a little bit, two elders showed up. And they were the assistants. And I was so thankful to see them because, I was all by myself. But it was really cool to see missionaries and to know that I was one of them too. It was amazing. And they took me to the mission home, and that's when I met my mission president. My mission president and his wife are one of the key reasons why I went to New Jersey. Their example, the things that they taught me, the things that they did for the mission that affected me, were very important parts of how my mission helped me in a way that I don't think anything else has. And not because it was the mission itself, but because it was the gospel. The way that they taught, the way that they lived their lives, they still do, of course, helped me come closer to Jesus Christ in a way that I hadn't before. And so they're always going to be a big part of my mission. And meeting them for the first time, it was really cool. They were joking around, but at the same time, you could just tell that they were there to do what Heavenly Father wanted them to do, and that they were going to do it. So it was kind of interesting because I didn't know a lot about New Jersey, but when the assistants were driving me around, we went to this like nice woodlandy place, and I was like, I didn't think this was New Jersey was going to be like at all. But it was beautiful, and but then they took me to my first area, which was in the heart of Newark, and so that was a little bit more what I thought it was going to be like, kind of just more very urban. I mean, it seemed urban, but it just seemed like a regular city. And I was just excited to talk to people. I looked at the people and I was like, man, I'm going to be talking to them hopefully in Portuguese. And when the assistants dropped me off, they dropped me off at district meeting. So not even like at their apartment or anything, like just a district meeting. And I met my companion. I had two companions then. One of them was a district leader, and he decided it would be a good idea for part of district meeting, to go out and talk to people, just kind of go contacting real quick. And so I did. And, I talked to one person, and he actually spoke Spanish instead of Portuguese. But still, it was scary. But I did it. And it was just, I think, just a cool little testament to me that, like, I could do this. That, it would take some time, and I didn't know what I was doing, but that I was there, and it was going to start slow, but it was going to be something that I was going to be able to do. It wasn't something impossible. It was something that I had the means to, with the help of Jesus Christ. And so it's kind of an interesting little, got thrown into the missionary work, but it was exciting. I was so excited. And fortunately, I think I stayed excited. So the area that I was serving is called the Ironbound, which is a part of Newark. Newark is the largest city in New Jersey. And the Ironbound is called because it's like kind of surrounded by railroad tracks. And for some reason, the majority, I would say, of the population there, like at least roughly 50%, were either Brazilians or people from Portugal, and some people from like different islands or countries in Africa that speak Portuguese as well. I don't know why they started to migrate there. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a history there, but yeah, and they had a tiny little Portuguese branch there, and that's where we were assigned. They also took me. We also covered all of the mission, however. Anyone that spoke Portuguese in the mission boundaries were fair game, and for us to go and meet and talk to and, preach the gospel of Jesus Christ to them. And so we actually ended up driving to another city to meet our ward mission leader. I had been told by my companions that he was actually like an investigator or a less active or something like that. And he started all crazy. He was acting crazy, and like I was just like trying to teach them, and we ended up teaching like the law of chastity, which is kind of weird. And then he's like, just kidding, I'm the ward mission leader. And I was like, so this is how it starts. It was funny though. He's a great guy. And so yeah, that was my first day in the mission. Got thrown into the field, met my ward mission leader, and I felt like a missionary. I felt like I was doing something, the most worthwhile thing I'd ever been doing in my life, and I was pretty excited to do it. So yeah, that was probably my first day.